Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Hello, I am Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News, irlonestar.com, live streaming today on Monday, September 18th, FM 104.5, 106.1, Facebook Live, Conroe Culture News, and this link will also be on YouTube. So today we have guest Rebecca Smith-Nash. She's the founder and CEO of Love Heals Youth. We have sitting beside her Peyton Riley, who's singer-songwriter and contributor to lots of things with Love Heals Youth, and one of their board members and vice president, right? Liz Foley, and she's also going to be a part of our conversation today. This show is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic and the Lake Conroe Realty Group. Roger Stein Chiropractic is located at 3033 West Davis by Conroe High School and Taco Bell, and they serve everyone, all ages, all backgrounds, infants to seniors, weekend athletes to professionals, with a focus on natural holistic healing to achieve optimal health. Dr. Stacy Rogers holds certifications in extremities, arm, legs, hands, feet, clinical nutrition, prenatal, and pediatric care. If you are not a patient, all of your first visit, and it's under $30, I think it's $29, all goes back to CASA, kids working under CPS custody. So go by and see her, feel good. And the Lake Conroe group, Sinisi, is serving all of Montgomery County as one of the best places to invest in real estate, buy, or sell. Sinisi, because a Sinisi name to remember. So a few things happening around us. A lot going on. Oh, guess what? It's going to be fall this week. Yay. I don't think we even need a golf clap for that. I think we need a big applause. So we'll see what happens. So the first day of fall is Friday, September 23rd. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get some little cold fronts coming in. Who knows? So did you know the Conroe Art League is celebrating 60 years? I did not know that. 60 years of offering classes and workshops for adults and youth, art exhibits, juried shows, scholarships for continuing art education in Conroe. Indeed. So they are located, if you haven't been there, at 127 Simonton Street, open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 until 4 p.m. And they have classes in everything at all levels. They have classes for youth. They have classes if you just want to dabble and try doing watercolor, sculpting, drawing. They even have a class on how to use Canva. Yes, learn to do graphics, all of that. And they have a different exhibit every month. So you should go visit them. They are a nonprofit organization, and they have a little courthouse area that if you're looking for something for a special, small, intimate event, it's available. Contact them. They're located right next to the Red Brick Tavern. Who doesn't know where the Red Brick Tavern is? Just saying. So, 60 years for the Conroe Art League. 202 is hosting a maxed out comedy show with lots of comedians, something different this week, Thursday, September 21st at 8 p.m. with headliner Chad Alexander and featuring Sean Sorley. Laugh, have fun, and they also have tickets for Nightbird. And that is a Fleetwood Mac Stevie Nicks tribute band, and they are performing Friday, September 22nd. So follow the 202 Facebook page to find out more information about getting tickets for that. I love Fleetwood Mac, just saying. I'm a Stevie Nicks wannabe. The whole long gowns and that kind of look is so much fun. So this is the final week for the first season of shows at both the Owen Theater with the Players Theater Company and the Crichton Theater with Stage Right. Anything Goes is at the Owen Theater, and 9 to 5, the musical, is at the Crichton. Go find out about that. These people are all volunteering their time, from the set designers and the directors, the producers, the actors, and I know because I played and dabbled with this last year on stage. It takes a lot of time. So much time that my phone is telling me when I leave anywhere that my work, it's 15 minutes to get to work at the Owen Theater. How crazy is that? I don't work there, but just saying. So go see Anything Goes or 9 to 5, the musical. Also coming up Saturday this week is the Heritage Museum of Montgomery County is hosting another intimate gathering with the headmaster of the John Cooper School, Dr. Stephen Pop, and he's leading a conversation about Constitution Day. What is Constitution Day? Well, that is a day set aside to learn about the United States Constitution. So he is a James Madison Fellow. I've never heard of that before, but it's an award given to secondary teachers for their excellence in constitutional history and government after completing a challenging program in Washington, D.C. We've learned something new. So it will also include a fun scavenger hunt. I'm sure it'll be a lot of questions I probably couldn't answer. But anyway, that will be at Heritage Museum on this Saturday, and they're located at Candy Cane Park at 1 o'clock. It's also, on the other side of things, B52 Brewery is hosting an Oktoberfest, and it's free to attend. Anybody can go, and they have activities for kids as well as adults from 2 to 7 p.m. There will be food trucks serving pizza, German food, barbecue items that also complement the adult games. A Stein hoist, I'm thinking that's where you lift your mug and do something. I don't know. I have not participated in that. But a barrel roll, that sounds interesting. And a best dressed contest, and you have to strut your stuff for that. Don't know what that looks like either. I'm just sharing information. So, of course, they have premium craft beer with drinks and souvenir glasses. So, here's to fall and all the events. Cheers. We're going to take a quick break and hear all about Love Heals Youth and their upcoming event in just a moment.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
And we are back, and we are going to talk all about Love Heals Youth and their upcoming concert at Dosey Doe on October 1st. October just sounds more wonderful, more playful, more exciting. I'm so excited for that. So anyway, we're here with Rebecca Smith-Nash. She is the founder or CEO of Love Heals Youth. And sitting beside me is Liz Foley. She's the vice president and treasurer, I believe, of Love Heals Youth. Or no, you're not.
Hats.
You do whatever you're supposed to do, right? And
Yes,
you
ma'am.
go on radio shows,
I
all
do.
those things. And then sitting diagonal from me, right next to Rebecca, is Peyton Riley. And you sing, songwrite, and you're 14?
Yes, ma'am.
All that stuff, and you're missing school. But shame on you. But we won't tell anybody just because you're on the radio. So, anyhow, tell me, what is Love Heals Youth, and when did it get started?
Well, Margie, thank you so much for having us on today. We're very excited to be here and excited to share a whole lot about what we're doing and our upcoming concert. Our primary focus is providing mental health services for foster youth and folks that are experiencing homelessness. And you probably hear us talk more about our foster youth, but we actually have a very large portion of our program serving the homeless.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And what we wanted to do, the idea was because when our kids turn 18, they're kind of turned out on their own, and many of them experience homelessness, so we didn't want for our services to have to stop. So that's how we got into it, and then it's turned into be almost half of what we provide. And you can follow us on our website for live updates, and we've provided almost 3,000 hours worth of free mental health services. And free is free to the client, free to the organization, free to the caregivers, and free to the taxpayers.
So do you partner with other nonprofits like Angel Reach and Youth Services and whoever else?
Yeah, so
to
we're with 9 different organizations, and we help supplement the mental health services, or if they don't have a primary care provider for mental health, then we are happy to step up and do that as well. But our main goal is to make sure that everybody has access to quality services regardless of their financial resources.
And you're pretty amazing, I'm just going to say. You're involved in a lot of things, and if you don't answer somebody right away, it's because you could be in a counseling session yourself, because you do have a business as well,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
You have a business that you do counseling services.
Yes.
But you're also the CEO. Tell me about this. Allied Co-Parenting and Family Academy, what is that?
So that's my forensic practice. My caseload is all high conflict divorce and custody modifications, and I actually go around the nation and help train, and I'm on different boards for that as well, because it's a very specialized niche in the mental health field, and it's collaborative and interdisciplinary between mental health professionals, lawyers, judges, mediators, and things
That
like
in itself is a lot. But so you're running Love Heals Youth with partners, of course, and you're also on the Montgomery County, Texas Child Welfare Board of Directors,
Yes, ma'am.
and that gives you a lot of niche into what you're doing with Love Heals Youth, and you're been on the Texas chapter AFCC president since 2014. What is that?
So the Texas chapter for Association of Family and Conciliation Courts, that's the interdisciplinary research and education-based nonprofit for family law. So that's where...
It's a lot.
Yes, it's a mouthful.
It's a lot.
A little bit of a tongue twister. Yeah.
And you're also president for Access Builds Children Board of Directors.
I've been with that board for about 17 years, I believe.
ABC, right?
Yeah, yes, ABC. And that's about keeping families together, allowing children to have access to their parents in a controlled and contained and safe environment so that they don't lose touch with who they are and where they came
When
from.
do you do other things, like see your kids? You have 2 boys.
Right? Well, they come with me to a lot of this stuff. And my private practice has been what has been the primary funder of most of my philanthropy work. So my private practice, I started that based on working with children in foster care, and that's Counseling Center in Montgomery County. And then whenever it started to grow, we have contracts with the courts in our county for DWI and drug court. When it started to grow, that's when I separated off what I do into the allied co-parenting. That's my forensic side. So that way there wasn't too much overlap there. And then the nonprofit, I got that started, went back to my grassroots and how I started my private practice. And so working with the foster youth, foster kids, and well, as of today, we have no paid staff. We pay for the counseling services that are rendered to the youth that we serve, but we have no paid staff. So this is everybody that is with Love Heals Youth does it for free.
Just a volunteer organization to help.
Yes.
And you're out doing many things. So when did you establish Love Heals Youth?
So we established, I wrote for the nonprofit, the 501c3 in 2019, and we were granted nonprofit status in July of 2020. But we've been providing these services in the group homes long before that. Around 2008 is when I grew my private practice into a group, and we started going out there because I knew that there was so much more that needed to be done, and I couldn't.
And you're very passionate about it.
Very passionate about it. It breaks my heart. It pains me to think about a child that's out there by themselves, thinking they're not worthy, they're not good enough, no one loves them, and they're going to.
And
bed
as a
by
mother,
themselves.
you can understand.
Absolutely.
How old are your boys?
They're 6 and 8 now. Yes.
They're just so cute. They're so well mannered, and they just jump into anything because you do take them everywhere. Okay, so we've established Love Heals Youth, and you've been doing things, and you've been growing, and you have a board, and you have people that are very involved in what you're doing. So how did you and Peyton connect?
Well, this is a great story. So Peyton was performing at Red Brick Tavern, and Debbie Glenn had called me, the owner of Red Brick, had called me to come and see Jeff Canada. And it was a Saturday night, and we don't normally do things on Saturday nights because I've got my boys, and I don't want to take away time for them. And so we decided to go ahead and go see Jeff Canada because he was performing at our gala in January that we had, our first gala. And my husband and I are sitting there talking. I think Debbie Glenn was probably sitting there with us, and all of a sudden I hear this beautiful voice in the background. And so the conversation, I was like, wait, hold on, I've got to listen. And I get up and I take my phone, I start recording her as she's up there singing. And I thought to myself, I have to know her. And so I watched where she went and sat down, and then I just invited myself to sit in the booth with her. So that's how I got to know her. And I said, my name's Rebecca, and I have Love Heals Youth, and we work with foster kids, and I need you to be a part of this mission. And then Peyton says,
And what'd you say? Did you say yes? Obviously,
Yes,
you
of
must
course.
have.
But the day before, because we used to foster kids when I was younger, we fostered ones that were a little bit under my age. I think I was like 6 or 7 whenever we did it. But just like having somebody like come into your home and you having so much more than what they do. And some kids, like we had one boy who came in who only had one shoe and the clothes on his back. And it's just like so sad. And they had like all the sicknesses and like had cavities all over their teeth. And just seeing how like mistreated they were and how like me and my sister had everything we could ever want. And just like seeing how sad that was, it was just really important to me. And so the day before, I had told my mom that I wanted to get back into helping foster kids or just get involved with something. And then Rebecca, the next day, she comes up to us.
It was a God thing.
Yes, it was. That's what my mom said. It was like, this is like a total God thing. And so then we started doing stuff together. We did Christmas carols. Then I go to a Christian school, so everybody knows
Maybe
everybody.
the one that's on your sweatshirt.
Yes, ma'am. So everybody knows everybody. So they've been so helpful. Like one kid came in a few months ago, and he didn't really have anything. And I texted my friends. I was like, "Do y'all have any clothes that y'all don't use or anything?" They're like, "Yeah, sure." Brought backpacks that they didn't use anymore and all this stuff. And it was just like so awesome to see like how much everybody cares.
And then what?
well, so then this one right here starts putting together our social service projects that we do every month. And our first one that you really like went hardcore after was Valentine's Day. And I had done this before.
And you love Valentine's Day.
Well, of course I
For
do.
so many reasons.
For so many reasons I do. But I had done it in years prior, but I only ended up with a couple of bags of cards and candies, and so it wasn't a whole lot. This one shows up, and we ended up delivering 108 bags with 1,296, I think, candies and cards.
It was huge.
Yeah, like the boxes
huge.
were like
So
overflowing.
did you get other friends of yours involved in helping you with doing
Yes,
different
ma'am, I
things?
did. They were the reason that we had so much like candy and
I
stuff.
can imagine.
Yes, I was like texting them
And
constantly.
people can't say no to you.
No, they can't. So part of her
It's a
description.
good weapon.
Yeah, part of her description is that she's got a big voice, but an even bigger heart. And I couldn't say that would be more true about anybody on this planet than her.
So tell me about this poem.
So, as a therapist, I also like to write poetry. And it's, I think, probably a cathartic way for me to process some of the things that I hear with my sessions and my clients. And so I wrote it. It's a very long poem, actually. And I wrote it while I was in the mountains. And then I called, and this would have been in December, early January, and I called Peyton as we were driving back from the mountains. I said, hey, I wrote this poem. Is there any chance you would take a look at it and consider turning it into a song? And so she took the poem and, with her own words, morphed it into the most beautiful song I've ever heard. And I'll never forget, her mom sent it to me. And, of course, her mom was like, she's probably going to kill me if she knows that I sent it to you, because it was so raw. Mm-hmm. And I was just in tears hearing the words and hearing the song. And, of course, and it gives me goosebumps just to talk about it. But I think you captured every bit of what the kids go through, and then for it to be sung from such an angelic, beautiful, sweet voice, it really left a mark on my heart. And then she was able to go and record it in Nashville in, I think, May, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And
How exciting.
Yeah, it was very fun.
And didn't you get nominated for something big?
Yes, ma'am. I got nominated for Young Artist of the Year through the Texas Country Music Association.
And where's that? Right.
That's in the Stockyards in Fort Worth.
No, what?
Oh.
Where are we at with voting and nominating and all
Oh,
that?
so the voting stopped last month, but I will figure out if I won in November.
pretty sure
Wow.
she won.
That's pretty exciting.
Yes, ma'am. It is very
How
exciting.
many people were in your category?
I know a lot of people signed up to be or got voted to do it, but 5 people got
in the finals?
Yes,
whatever?
ma'am.
But a lot of people from all over
Yeah.
the state were a part of it
Yes.
and knocked down to 5. And this is going to be the winner. I'm pretty confident.
Do you feel comfortable singing anything?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Oh, right now. Okay. Okay, right now. Okay.
Are you comfortable with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay.
whatever you want.
I'll sing Love Hills. Just let me
Okay.
see if I can find the note. Been cast away, misunderstood, never felt the way a child should, as days alone turned into years. Have no place to call home. When I'm scared, there's no arms to hold. When tears pour out, I wipe them on my own. Dear God, if you hear, will you answer a simple prayer? I want a family, someone to love me, no matter where I've been or what I've done. There's no greater feeling than overcoming demons, knowing there's a place where I belong. Home.
Wow. That made me want to cry.
Thank
I think
you.
that's my favorite version that you've ever done.
Thank you.
Ever, and I've heard
That
them
was
all.
outstanding, especially spontaneous, because I just said go.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
wonderful. Yeah, so I think we're going to take a little break and come back, and we're going to get Liz in the conversation and talk some more about upcoming things with Love Heals Youth. Okay, we'll be right back.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
And we are back now. I've loved hearing your voice. It is just so, it's beyond angelic.
Thank you.
It is just something that really makes you think and feel the passion when you sing. So thank you for doing that, just off the cuff. I may call on you again.
Okay.
Just be ready.
Okay.
So now I want to talk about what you have upcoming on Saturday, October 1st. And Liz, I understand you're the brainchild behind this fundraiser.
I have a few good ideas every now and then, but it really just comes together because you have a passion for the cause. And it's, I like to think that I could never do, I mean, I just told Peyton, I said that she's angelic, but she's sassy too. So if you want to see Peyton get up on stage and Dare, who has a completely different voice, also a young singer, and Jeff Canada. And if you've never seen Jeff like solo acoustic, you're going to be just blown away. I mean, and then they're going to three get together and sing. So the idea was to raise awareness because not enough people know about what Love Heals Youth does yet, as well as raise some money because we are a nonprofit. And you heard Rebecca say how we fund the mental health process. So we decided to have a concert, and what better venue? I mean, there's so many good when you think about Montgomery County, Texas, and so many live venues. But Dosey Doe is, man, it's amazing. It's got the history, great food, great owners, and the acoustics are phenomenal. So I was super excited to be able to meet with them, and we're going to have a concert that's going to feature our featured artists. So it's a give back too. And we've invited the community, because that's what Love Heals is all about, is getting out in the community and the community taking care of its own. Because some of us are very blessed and come from amazing families, and it's only fair that we should pay it forward. And we should do more for those who haven't been as blessed. And so to have this concert and bring our friends and our family and our community together to show love for those who are less fortunate, but in a magical way. And music is magic, right? I think music is magic. When you think of certain
It's always
songs,
inspirational.
it is inspirational, and every single song will take you to a memory. It'll take you to a place and time, the person you were with. And we want people to remember and associate our artists with Love Heals, because they are magical as well in what they do for us. So we're going to have this amazing concert. It's October 1st. It's at Dosey Doe. Come early. Kitchen's open. Adult beverages if you'd like them. We're really excited because Rebecca's pretty creative, and we're going to have limited edition concert t-shirts, and they're super cool. So they're going to be collector's items. And we've got a special raffle coming up, and Cheeto did a great job on the design. Bull Printing, I believe, is who did that for us. It's probably not the exact name. May have to look that up to give him a shout out. But he is on our Facebook page, and we've been posting every day about the concert and all the good things that are going to be coming up that have to do with the concert. And you can go see the wrapped guitar that the artist will be signing that you're going to have a chance at. So we definitely want everyone to come. I did a quick check-in before showing up today. We're over 100 tickets sold. And seats in the room. So we're pretty excited. But
What's the capacity?
You can bring 200 more people if you want.
Okay.
And you
All
know
right.
what? Montgomery County's got a lot of folks that on October 1st need something to do. And like you said, it's fall. You know, whip out those boots and your fall sweater.
And there's one other thing. October 1st is the first day for the beverage tax in the Woodlands to be going back to the Woodlands. That was legislation that was just passed. So
we're giving back.
We're double time giving back.
This appeals to everybody.
That's right.
Appeals to everybody.
And I think it's a fundraiser in the sense that the ticket sales, a portion of the ticket sales will go back to Love Heals Youth, but we aren't going to have anything else there other than that one raffle for the guitars. Other than that, we're there to focus on raising awareness and really shining the light on child welfare and homelessness.
And we want to engage the community. And beyond the concert, we'll be announcing our gala theme, because our gala is January 19th, 2024. And so we're super excited. It might have something to do with a certain color. Just little hint there, little hint. And
No idea.
No idea. And we want to engage the community, because at the end of the day, we all have it in our heart, and there is a faith base to what we do. And so it's important that whether you're on the board, you're a volunteer, you're a donor, a singer, a sponsor, an attendee, someone who comes out to our social service projects, that you are part of this community, but so are our foster kids. And we need to hug them and love them and take care of them as best we can. Because if not, then what type of community are we really? And so we're super excited about that. And we just had one of the opportunities that you can participate in. We call it Faith Partners. And each month, the counselors from Montgomery County Counseling Center, Montgomery County. Yeah. I'll mess that up every time. They're who provide the counseling. And we do a day of counseling for the foster kids, and they get out, they get to come participate. Peyton has sung, Dare has sung, they get to do activities. You can expand more on that.
A little bit that is unique about our day of counseling is that the kids, no matter what kind of restriction they're on, they get to come to our day of counseling because it's therapeutic. And most of our kids, well, all of our kids live in congregate care facilities, and so they're oftentimes given a pretty ugly label that I don't like, and it's unfortunate. That said, we still have something for them to be engaged with and come to be with peers. And so it's one of my favorite things that we do, and we set it up to be stations, so they rotate every 35 to 45 minutes to learn different coping skills. and they have a phenomenal time. They're engaged. They have these little VIP cards that they take to each station, which they get 2 checks for, one if they just show up and one if they participate. And at the end, based on their VIP cards, they get different prizes, and then we put all of the cards in a hat so we can draw a big door prize. And so it's amazing to see how this has really come together for the kids, where they're engaged and having a good time and spending time with peers. And now we've got our faith partners that have started, and then we're eventually going to have some peer mentors get started with us at the end of the year. But this is an opportunity to not just feel like you're giving money as a transaction, like you get to be a part of the mission. And even our social service projects gives you that same feeling,
Right.
where you get to go with your family or whomever to, like, the beach towels. That
Well,
we
on the
did.
gift cards too. The gift cards, we use some of our funding to purchase gift cards as the prizes, because I get excited when I get a gift card. Can you imagine a foster youth getting a gift card and being able to go eat where they want because they chose that particular restaurant? That's a really cool deal. So the Methodist Community Church out of Montgomery was our first one.
Cornerstone.
Cornerstone.
Community
Good Lord, I might need coffee. I had a little eye thing yesterday, so we're going to give me a break. But the point is, if you're part of a church, a community church out there, and you want to be one of our faith partners, what you do is you come and participate by bringing lunch.
Potluck.
A potluck. You can do hamburgers, hot dogs. We did barbecue because it was on Labor Day, and there was, oh my gosh, desserts for days. And the kids get a home-cooked meal.
Which is not something they get very often. Normally, it's either delivered or if it's home cooked, it's not going to be home cooked like we know home cooked. Yeah. And so the kids were piling that meat on, and one young lady even asked for a whole plate of potatoes, and we're like, baby girl, you get whatever you want. This is your day. So she ate a whole plate of potatoes because she'd never had that before.
So when we talk about call to action, if you're part of a church or a ministry and you would like to do that, it doesn't necessarily have to be a church, but we found that a lot of churches have ladies that love to cook. And men, that does not exclude you, because we know in Texas we like to grill, right? Yes. We like our barbecue. So no one is excluded in helping feed the kids a great meal and participate in those service projects, beach towels, Valentine's, green shirts for St. Patrick's Day. One of the very first activities I participated with Rebecca was Christmas ornaments. I love Christmas kind of like Rebecca loves Valentine's, and I might have gone overboard on the ornaments, but that's okay. And that's where we connected, and I have been just blessed every day since. And I jumped in and helped with a gala, and we're getting ready to do our second one in January. So mark your calendars now.
October 1st
and January 19th,
2024.
Because we want to see you there.
So what is the best way to get tickets for the concert?
You can see online at our website and get tickets straight from there. You just go to lovehillsyouth.com and then go to events, upcoming events, and then click on Concert for Love, and that'll take you to a page to give a more in-depth description of everything that we're doing, and then you can purchase tickets there, or you can go on Facebook, and we have an event that we posted on our Facebook for Love Heals Youth. Or you can go to Dosey Doe's Facebook, and they also have
Three different ways.
And it's Dosey Doe, the big barn.
The big barn.
Be sure to click the big barn.
Right on 45.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can get tickets that way, and knowing that a portion of the sales to those tickets goes to support the children that are in child welfare right here in Montgomery County, and we'll be able to provide more mental health services so that they can have some of those needs met. And just a little statistic here, we know that about 80 to 90% of the kids in foster care suffer from trauma and mental health issues. My guess is that the other 10 to 20% are infants, and so they just haven't been able to articulate or express that yet. And then one of the most grossly unmet needs for these children in foster care are the mental health needs. So a lot of them do not have the services that they need. Something that's really cool for Love Heals Youth that we finally started to experience, because we're in so many of the group homes out here, the congregate care facilities out here, when these kids get into the congregate care facilities, oftentimes they're moved frequently. And for the first time, since we started doing this in the last 6 months for the first time, we had a kid that transitioned from one of the group homes to another group home. And we've seen this now a couple of times. And what's really phenomenal about that is change is hard whether you're young or old. And when they change, they oftentimes get in quite a substantial amount of trouble because they're acting out, and rightfully so. I think that's a very valid response. But we had some continuity, and the counselors were the continuity. And not only do they get to know one counselor, they get to know many counselors because we do groups out there with them. And so it was almost like they were still able to have a part of their family come with them. And so that transition was so much smoother, and the staff at the new home even explained they expected this to be a rough start, but it was actually very pleasant. So we're very
I understand a
proud of that.
lot of that, having worked with Montgomery County Youth Services myself for 2 years. It's been a while. It was 2005 to 2010. I worked there and did some overnight shifts and did outreach and started events. And back then, there were 400 homeless kids back then. And that was with all 6 school districts and all that. I went there and visited all 6 school districts myself, and spoke with the homeless liaison and advocated for kids. So I think what you're doing is very worthy, and I know that there's a lot more out there that haven't been touched, and all the different organizations. And there's so many having to do with kids and families, and it's because it's needed.
That's right.
And you're offering something that is not duplicated. Nobody is doing what you're doing, offering, mental health, therapeutic health services, things like that. And it is very needed, because I remember they would pull doors off, they would run away, they weren't able to act as teenagers, they couldn't have food when they wanted to, as teenagers do, and just go grab food out of the cupboard or the refrigerator. They were
And
monitored.
clothes. We have a mobile
Clothing.
clothes closet that is phenomenal, all volunteer ran.
With the right looking clothes.
With the right looking clothes.
You don't want something that's from somebody my age that's giving away old clothes. They don't wear that. They
And that-
want what they want. They want to be able to fit in with their other classmates.
And it ties into the mental health, because when you're more confident.
Of course it does.
And you feel better about yourself.
And
it
you
all
can't do well in
connects.
school if you don't feel good about yourself.
That's right.
That
And
hierarchy.
they're transitioning so many times throughout the year that they're already at that disadvantage. So we provide tutoring services as
wonderful.
well. So we're there. We have retired teachers and retired principals that go and provide tutoring services. They also are able to pick clothes off of the clothes closet. We did a huge event in August where we set up, so my office in Conroe, I own that one for my private practice, and it's on stilts. And so we were able to, we don't have anything inside to set up, so we just put bars underneath the house and hung all of our clothes up so that the kids could come and rummage through everything. And they left with bags and bags full of clothes
'Cause
and
it's
shoes.
exciting.
And they were, we had fashion shows.
We did.
Joe's Pizza brought pizza and snacks and drinks. And thankfully we had people from the community that brought huge fans because it was so hot. But the kids had a phenomenal time. We had a phenomenal time. I don't know who made the bigger difference in somebody's life, them for us or us for them.
Well, and then to see the kids at the days of counseling wearing what they picked and being so
Yes.
excited.
Oh, yeah,
to be
for
in
sure.
it.
'Cause it's like having brand new stuff.
It is.
Stuff that's your
pretty
own
amazing.
that makes helps you fit in with
Yes.
everybody else.
And so to date, so we just picked up the trailer back in March, and I think we launched it the first time was in May or somewhere in there. And so to date, you can follow this on our on our website as well, live updates. We've given over 800 articles of clothing to these kids.
It's very nice.
Yes.
So that's October 1st. We're going to take another break and come back with some solid points and action things for y'all to do after you're listening to this. So we'll be right back.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
And we are coming back with our last segment of the show today. And again, we are speaking with founder, CEO of Love Heals Youth, Rebecca Smith Nash, and some of her partners, so to speak, including Peyton Riley, who's a singer, and maybe she'll sing something else for us. Liz Foley, who is also part of the mission, and she's on the board of directors, and basically that means you do whatever, right? I know how that works. And we're talking about their concert they have coming up October 1st, Saturday, October 1st at Dosey Doe in the Woodlands, right off I-45. It'll be a musical adventure of I don't know, inspiration of love. I see purple hearts all over the place is what I'm envisioning. But it will be really good, and we're going to tell you also how you can get engaged with being a part of Love Heals Youth. Where did you get that name?
Well, I had a client through DWI Drug Court that had passed away, and before he passed away, he came to my office, and we sat and talked for, a couple of hours, but he wanted to come and let me know that because of the love that we have for everybody at the office, it motivates the clients, all of them, to want to do more and do better, and be sober. And it brought me to tears, and when he passed away, this is one of the things that I wanted to be able to do to honor him, and because we talked so much about how love is so transformative and love can heal so much, and how God is love, and so that's where it came from. And so it's actually, I originally named it Love Heals You, and then one of my interns thought I said youth, and she goes, oh, how fitting. And I thought, man, that's better. So I went and added the TH.
There you go.
Still confuses a lot of people, but
Yeah.
Peyton, you want to sing anything else? Do you have anything off the top of your head?
I can sing the rest of the song.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Or do you want to sing your song that you just released? Do you want to sing a little bit of that?
Long Live Cowboys.
yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're going to sing that song at the concert, so we don't
Yes.
want to spoil everything. right
Okay.
now.
Okay. So this song, I wrote and recorded it in Nashville, and one of my favorite songs out right now is "Long Live Cowgirls" by Cody Johnson and Ian Munsick. So I wanted to write a song going back to the Cowboys, so that's why I named it "Long Live Cowboys." But here it is. Just totally forgot it right now. Oh no.
You want to take us out
You
on
need
it?
to,
Give you a
yeah.
second? All right,
Hey, we'll
take a
talk about
minute.
concert sponsors. How
Okay.
about that?
Yeah, sure.
Well, you're thinking about that. How about concert sponsors? So if you go to our website, Love Heals Youth, there are opportunities for you to sponsor what we're doing. Because again, we're a nonprofit. We're a 501c3. And so you can show your love by sponsoring our T-shirts, by sponsoring the artists, by sponsoring the actual concert, and just to help make the entire event that much more successful, take a little stress off the rest of us, and just help everyone have a bigger time. There's also an opportunity, a direct link, if you would love to be, because we would love for you to be a faith partner and come feed the kids at the Days of Counseling, because that's so incredibly awesome. It's such a big deal.
And with all of these sponsorships, we'll make sure to give lots of recognition for our sponsors, putting materials out on the tables,
A couple of seats to see the show.
and an opportunity for us to recognize them on social media and also recognize them with the artists at the show. So we certainly want to make sure we're paying lots of gratitude forward with all of our sponsors. And that's one thing that we don't have any sponsors yet for the concert. So
You
anyone that
could be
wants to sign
the
up-
title sponsor.
and all of our opportunities to serve and volunteer are on our website. You can go to lovehealsyouth.com and look under I Want to Help, and go to the volunteer tab that's underneath that little section, and there's several different ways to sign up to volunteer, and we need all the help we can get. We've got a lot of clothes to go through and sort, and we've got some quality control, so we make sure that those kids have cool clothes. We need
volunteers for the upcoming gala. If you like to go get silent auction items, or you've got a great donation that you think would help us raise big funds for our live auction, or anything along those lines, we would love to talk to you about participating and getting on one of our gala committees. So,
and whether it's direct or indirect opportunities to volunteer, every single bit of it makes such a huge difference for these kids. And I can't tell you enough how grateful I am for Love Heals Youth. I mean, I don't make a penny for what I do. I gave myself the title of CEO because somebody said I needed a fancy title, but there's no money that comes with it. And I hope and pray that this organization goes on for eternity, because to see the difference that it makes for these kids and how it gives them a family, a home, a sense of belonging, and most importantly, love.
and it's going to take the entire community to do that. Right. And that's what we really want to do today, is appeal to each and every person here in Montgomery County. And there's so many good people in Montgomery County, but it's the community that's going to make it. Mm-hmm. We need you. We need your hearts.
Those kids need you.
They need you, yes.
Yeah. And Peyton has been able to come up and volunteer and be with the kids. And what's really cool about having Peyton with me, or Dare, or all of their musical talents, I can talk about feelings as a counselor. I'm very comfortable with that. I can read, I can talk, I can all that stuff. I cannot sing, I cannot hold a note to save my life. And so when they come and they're with these kids, I see a whole different side of these kids come out. And Peyton and Dare, they get on the floor, they're singing with the kids. The kids, they line up with the artists and start singing with them, and they're picking the guitar.
Because they're young.
They're young.
And they can identify with them.
Yeah. And
with each other.
And I actually, at the last day of counseling, I recorded as they were singing. And so if you go to our Facebook, you can see some of the still shots in a little video. And the background music is just the kids singing at the day of counseling. And, I mean, it makes me tear up whenever I listen to it. And Liz and I sat in the corner, happened to wipe our eyes while they were singing. It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Are you ready to sing us a song?
Yeah, make us cry again. Okay. Because we love cowboys.
You're on.
Yes, I am. Okay. Loves me and his mama shoots straight when he wants to. His blue eyes sparkle like sun ray on water. His hat gives him shade and his heart gives him grace. There's a heavenly sound when his boots walk my way. Not all boys grow up to be cowboys, but he is growing into my kind of man. Raised right by the hands of a farmer who nurtured his soul on a faith-filled land. When you have something good, don't let go. Oh, that's a lesson this cowboy knows.
Wow.
Yay! Thank you.
I almost want to cry again. Okay, lovehealsyouth.com. You can find all the answers. You can find them on Facebook, Love Heals Youth. You can probably see Rebecca around so many places in the community. She'll probably be wearing purple.
Yes.
She's into Purple Hearts. So just saying. It's all about love. It's about the kids, and it's about making a community of people that care about the kids and want to make a difference. Because even if they have only a couple of mentors, adult mentors, it can make a difference. It can make a huge difference. They need somebody that believes in them. And when you have someone that believes in you,
that'll move mountains. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
No, I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be here and to share the great news and the mission of what we're doing, and for giving us an opportunity to let the community know. And we're excited for all of the volunteers and partners to join us and make a difference together.
Very good. I also want to thank our sponsors for the show and making it possible, Roger Stein Chiropractic and the Lake Conroe Realty Group. So until next time, hope you share this and keep on loving those youth.
Amen.